on 7. My name is Renata Samos-Card.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kevin Mendes, and I can't believe they have us doing one drop. Early Tuesday morning.
The way I never
I was like,
in a
what?
hot
Okay.
minute, and then Kevin's like,
Okay, I'm like, which foot is it? Well, folks, so thank you so much for joining Renata and I today. We're going to have a great Tuesday episode. Ren, let's tease them what can they expect on today's show.
Excitement is coming in. We discussed it last week and talked about the whole controversy and the things that happened with a man and losing his dogs to some bees. And now we're going to be talking to the Ministry of Agriculture, talking a little bit more about bees and the situation at hand. So very important conversation. What else do we have a person?
Madisco's joining us today to talk about their special events that are upcoming and some incredible promotions.
So all that, so much more, great conversations, talking about challenges and everything under the sun. But you know how this works. Put your comments in the comment section. Make it live, interactive, fun, disrespectful. Of course. Let's go one drop to the couch.
Okay, let's do it.
Sunup. Seek the answer that's worth looking for today. Just in time. The writing appears on the wall.
Right now. Tell me.
And I were the first ones to see.
And we're going to be talking about the hot shush that has been happening.
The world that we see may seem that will never change. They say, but if you tear down the wall that's blinding us all, you see the way today. A place to call your home, a place where you can go. Stand by me and we'll take flight.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome to your Tuesday episode of June 2nd. I'm substituting for Brandon today, and of course, we're going to be having a great time with Renata. Before we get into all this goodness, let's bring you the weather, and that's courtesy of the Belize Met Service.
Good morning. Moist and unstable conditions continue this morning with a gradual decrease expected later today. In the 24-hour forecast, skies will be mostly cloudy to overcast, becoming partly cloudy later this afternoon. Periods of light to moderate rain or a few showers and isolated thunderstorms will continue this morning, especially over the southern and central districts. Activity will gradually decrease and become isolated by afternoon. Then showers or thunderstorms will be isolated for tonight with a chance of a few more developing over the south. And then high temperatures will reach around 87 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 92 inland, and then 80 up in the hills. Low temperatures for tonight will reach around 79 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 74 inland, and then 68 in the mountains. Winds over the open sea will be from the east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots, with sea conditions being moderate. And then high tides occur at 10:32 this morning and at 12:20 tomorrow morning. Low tides at 6:15 this evening, then at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. The sun will set at 6:24 this evening, then rise at 5:17 tomorrow morning, while moonset is at 6:56 this morning and moonrise at 8:39 tonight. And now the extended forecast for Tuesday afternoon through midday Wednesday. Skies will be cloudy at times, with generally isolated showers or thunderstorms, and a few more expected over the south at nighttime. And finally, for the tropical weather outlook, tropical cyclone formation is not expected over the region during the next 48 hours. And this has been this morning's weather report from the National Meteorological Service.
That's our weather update, folks. Definitely, as you can see on our travel cam, it's a rainy morning in Belize City.
It is a rainy morning.
June is officially here. Hurricane season is officially
Woo!
here.
Showers and all. Hey, you see, you could see droplets dip on the camera and everything.
Send big
So either that or them they try like kind of blur things out, but I don't think them that sick on that side. So I honestly think it's the droplets there.
How are
But
you feeling
Kevin,
today, Ren? You are being channeling what? Black Orchid today?
Angeline called me a black orchid today because
What did she call you yesterday?
she taught me a spring roll.
Yesterday she was spring roll. Today
Today's
she not.
black orchid.
Today
Like
she not
tomorrow,
black
I'm
orchid.
gonna surprise you guys with something else. We're gonna see what Angeline describes me of. Yesterday she had a cow foot soup though. Remember? So I'm just saying. I don't know what she is today. Well, we're gonna keep it up.
I'm grateful I'm not caught in the crossfire of
There's
these
no
outfit
crossfire. This is
descriptions.
love and descriptions, and you know, we gotta learn how to describe persons and how we see them sometimes. It's like today, I'm a black orchid.
You're a
You know,
black
baby,
orchid.
I'm the national flower, honey, hun.
All right.
Come
all right,
true.
All right.
How are you feeling on your Tuesday Tuesday?
I'm feeling
in
great.
for Brandon.
Yeah, it's great to be here on a Tuesday. I'm like, you know, it's June. Let's make the best out of it.
And you might can't run if you were gonna run this morning either way in the rain. Or do you
That
run
is
in the
true.
rain?
Sometimes.
Okay. So question, do you run in the rain when it done the rain, or you run in the rain when you run and then it don't start rain?
The second one.
Okay, this is double
Yeah.
check if like you
If
make
it's
a
raining,
purpose.
I am really not getting out of bed. Yeah.
Kevin's like,
No.
we're not doing this with you
Definitely.
today.
It's June. You know, rain is here, and we're gonna be having a great time. Our anniversary is coming up. It's inching very
Very soon, like a couple weeks away. I love how Belize and Girl don't know the time. She's like, discounted hotels for locals is officially here. Then she dashed in the reality. It's like, too bad gas prices didn't get the memo.
That is true.
You know,
That is
maybe they
true.
catch up eventually, girl. Maybe.
Good.
Somewhat. Maybe.
All right.
So, let's get into our couch talk, guys. We got a lot of great conversations to dive into. And of course, we want to hear from you and see what your feedback is on it. The first thing we're going to talk about, and we had a great exclusive last night when Indira was reporting on the news with Courtney in Belmopan, as we had reported yesterday that there was going to be a rally at Justice for Peace, a Justice for Dr. Naum Bonilla,
Yeah.
and what is important about this is the numbers. I know Indira asked Courtney how many numbers does she think is out there. She's like, I can't match the maths. But if you were just watching on Courtney's side, there are people that came from Belize City, doctors and professionals, patients that he's served and worked with, and it was a good number
Definitely
coming
was a strong
out.
turnout.
Strong
Yeah,
turnout.
strong turnout and a strong message that
Yeah.
that the persons that joined this rally had to share in terms of we're over this violence, but how this incident, this murder of Dr. Bonilla, shook the entire nation, especially Belmopan residents were saying, this is not about us, right? There
Yeah.
gotta be something that needs to be done to do a proper investigation, but also bring justice to the situation.
100%. And
Yeah.
you're seeing it there. I always think there's a strength in people coming out to stand in solidarity to show that this is not what we want. We're not tolerating this. There's more to this. And I think Indira even asked that, if I'm not mistaken, that she's like, what do you think these numbers and, then coming out really is pushing for? And Courtney rightfully said they're saying that they demand justice, they demand a thorough investigation. They want to see, the person that did this to their family to be dealt with properly and accordingly. People are feeling unsafe. People are questioning what's taking place. Thankfully, we're able to get a nice interview, a heartfelt interview from his wife talking about all the years that he's dedicated, more years dedicated to studying than he was for serving.
Yeah, he studied for 14 years
and then just served
practiced
for 7
months.
just half of that. So,
Such a young person, yeah.
So, yeah, and this is Miss Maria. You could tell, it took a lot of her to bring out this message. And of course, and again, we go into our condolences for her little daughter that's 5 years old and now has to grow up without her dad. I don't think people remember that reality.
But
She was in the car.
Exactly, right? So it's even just the extra level of maybe trauma that she's going to be experiencing growing up, given that she was in the vehicle
Yeah.
when her dad was murdered, which is...
Definitely devastating. And I will say on that same note, we know that Minister Mira was out there. He was also giving remarks. And what I'm thankful to say that when Courtney asked for an interview, he said he doesn't want to talk about anything Alberto August or anything along that line. He wants to make it strictly on, the justice for Mr. Bonilla.
He should have done that from Friday, Saturday, right? When they got into this whole cyberbullying thing and just let's make it about the murder, not about...
From a long time
about
ago,
us,
because
you know?
and that's actually some of the sentiments some of the persons were saying.
Exactly.
Where they felt like they were shortchanged in that
Mm-hmm.
that disruption, that anger, that frustration, where persons can really look and say, this is an injustice, this is horrible. We have questions and we need answers, but it was taken away a little bit. To what all took place this weekend with the posts, with the arrests and all these different things. So we're hoping now that the concern can really be zoomed into a proper investigation to find out, because the same resources that went to go pick up people and hold it down and all kind of stuff can be put into this proper investigation so that we can find justice, so that we can, allow this family to feel some level of peace when they lay their loved one to rest.
An interesting comment here is saying that everyone should be concerned about the violence throughout the country.
100%.
And how comes, there is, this protest taking place in Belmopan from the murder of Mr. Bonilla. How comes we're not doing the same in other parts of the country, exercising, the pressure on the police to be able to do proper investigations and to be able to control the level of violence, which just a week ago, we were having a conversation about how the state of emergency is working because now violence is spread in other areas of the country. So, why aren't people exercising that same level of pressure in other areas, similarly as what is taking place in Belmopan? So,
No, 100%. And I think, unfortunately, the reality is a lot of times people have become normalized to violence happening in Belize City. So it's not a thing, it's and I don't want to say this in a bad way, but I have to say the reality of what I've heard on the streets is okay, it's just another person that died. They're going to have to deal with it. Or some people even come very negative towards it, well, maybe do something whatsoever. But then when you zoom into Belmopan, that doesn't necessarily have that wide range of murders and crime taking place to this extent. And people are oh, justice for them, because of course, it's not a place that normally receives this kind of negative traction towards it. But I completely agree with you. Regardless of where in the country a murder is taking place, a murder is a murder, a loss of life is a loss of life, and there should be serious and extreme investigations taking place that really find out the truth and help to bring whoever perpetrator or perpetrators, to justice in that sense.
Definitely.
It's something that we need to look at. I'm glad to see, and we had a conversation with the forensic science unit that they're expanding their unit, expanding their database, they're getting new equipment in and these kind of things, which will help with investigations, because at least there's less things that are going to be backlogged as much, because they can be able to deal with that data. I believe they're supposed to be having a good registration of persons with their the DNA and all these different things. And so there is a level of, steps coming up towards justice, but I do know that any person out there, once you know your loved one is taken away from you, you want them to be working at their best to be able to find out what's taking place.
Definitely. So we're going to see what the level of pressure that was exercised yesterday by the persons attending this Justice for Peace protest in Belmopan turns out in terms of how does it speed up investigation. But definitely would like to resonate the message coming from the police department, which is if you know any details leading to this investigation as regards to the murder of Dr. Bonilla, to please come forward and share that information, because the family deserves justice to know what really happened. But definitely citizens of Belmopan and deserve a level of peace knowing that they've addressed the situation also.
100%. And I challenge persons, with the same energy that you see the citizens of Belmopan coming up and pushing for justice. When there's a life lost anywhere in the country, in Belize City, in Zangarga, any part, let's try to have that same level of persistence and push for the government, for the police department, meaning working with them to whatever it takes to be able to get the justice for the innocent lives that are lost. So 100%.
Yeah. And hopefully, in a future incident, it's not politicized.
Yeah.
Because we can say that both parties, they took this matter to be able to politicize it, rather than, first of all, expressing condolences to the family that, was quite devastatedly affected by this situation.
100%.
So as we wrap up this conversation, move on, Ren, of course, once more we extend our condolences to the family and to everybody that was, touched by the kindness and the service of Dr. Bonilla. We extend our condolences, and we will stay tuned to the story and see how the investigation unfolds. We move on to our next Couch Talk topic. And the Coast Guard commander Rear Admiral Greg Soberanis' home was targeted by gunfire a couple of weeks ago. What is taking place now is that he's frustrated with the police department because he's like, this has happened a couple of weeks ago. We're waiting on investigation. We know what's happening on the results. There's nothing yet. And he is ready to take matters on his own hands.
It's a really unfortunate situation because, like you mentioned, where Admiral Soberanis, about 3 weeks ago, he made this report. But I also make mention that there was a previous incident on May 11th, too, that he also made a report on. And that report was actually not just him. It was his driver also made a report on that, where a person came up and, you know, they were like expressing themselves in a very machismo way with guns and all these different things. And both of them made this report. So there are two claims taking place. The one that you're talking about specifically is when he was out of country. On duty for the country, and his house was shut up at, damaging severely the windows and everything, of course, and making a report on that. And, you know, going to what you were saying, that at this point he's frustrated. Anybody would be frustrated with making all these different reports and waiting for the police to have some level of update, some level of understanding, because we understand too that the person, one of the persons, the person that, one of the alleged persons is apparently known for these kind of incidents, and to that level and extent to see that like nothing taking place.
It's clearly like, you know, like a threat to his life and his family, because for one, based on the two different incidences that he experienced with the person and then all these like the argument that unfold, you know.
To be specific on the details on this one for May 11th, Kev, is like the man verbally threatened him, approached him, took photos of him and his vehicle, and allegedly displayed a weapon. So I just want to throw that out there.
So that's one incident that took place, right? That already on its own is substance enough for like do an investigation because it's a threat to your life. The next thing is like your house is shut, and so like that's also like now going like more specific into like your safe space. So like he's reported it, he's followed the proper chain of doing this complaint, and nothing, according to him, it's still a slow process. He's waiting for the person to be, you know, arrested or what's going to happen from this. The reason, so like, of course, like thinking about what could have been a possible reason for this level of like altercation that they're experiencing, it's alleged that it's a land dispute issue that's taking place, right? So like, how does this now unfold? Yeah. But again, he is definitely like over the patience in. And
I don't blame him. This is threat to his life. This is somebody really in your face. They're showing weapons that obviously can harm you and your family. The fact that your house is shut up at, like, there's one thing to threaten me, but then, you know, when your house is shut up at, all these different things, they're like layers upon layers are being added on. And like you said, I'm following the process, but the process is not working for me. I don't feel safe in that sense, or like my family doesn't feel safe in that sense. And, you know, his comments or remarks about how, you know, he's trained for...
Yeah, he's like, I am trained and bred for war.
Yeah, like... Yeah. And, you know, people might say all kind of ways about what he said, but take it into his consideration. This man, you know, has been trained. Like, he knows how to handle himself. And this person is obviously not respecting his space, his family, and everything. And from there, you're just like, at this point, if anything happens, just know I'm trained for this. Like,
yeah. I mean, he this is a comment that he said. He's like, I always remember a story from Karate Kid where Mr. Miyagi was talking about a bull that terrorized the community, and one day the community enjoyed a bowl of beef soup, and so as I said, this matter I can assure you will be dealt with.
And again, I go back to somebody that's, you know, been frustrated with the system, have done the proper protocol. The reports are very much clear. It's not like it lacks any kind of evidence and so forth, how something hasn't been done. But then again, Kev, I'll go and just throw this out there. If he was a minister, maybe the thing was going to be handled the next day after.
Yeah.
If you're a minister, maybe, you know, from there it's just like dealt with. So, and again, it goes into our normal civilians, our persons up there. What level of importance, pertinence is given to when cases are come up to be brought to justice? Because we can see how when the law wants to be utilized, it can be utilized quickly, right? We can see how it can be warped and how it wants to be warped to when it's convenient. But then when we see other processes take place and it's so slow and you're like, okay, so it worked for this one, but it can't work for me in the same matter. Anyways, but you know what? I digress.
Yeah.
I digress.
So again, we're gonna follow up on the story and see if any arrests are getting done in the defense of what Rear Admiral Greg Soberans is undergoing. Move on to our next couch talk topic, Ren, and former chairman of the UDP, Mr. Mike Perifit, had some comments to make on the cybercrime laws and the arrest of Mr. Alberto August over the weekend. Basically, what I like is one big statement from him that I was like, he's like, you don't put a person in piss house for a post. I was like, Claire.
Like drop mic pan that. Like literally, you're just watching it like for a post.
Yeah.
A post. Your fingers.
Definitely. And then he's like, if you felt like this man was doing something like Mr. Alberto August towards Mr. Miro was doing anything that defamed his character, then he was like, go through the civil court. You know, suing for defamation of character. Do not go and twist the cybercrime laws to be able to come to your defense. He was like, you do not do that.
Yeah.
Right? He was like, there's a space for this if you felt that was it. But he definitely we can from the story and also from the conversation with Mr. Alberto August, because he was interviewed yesterday, he said that he feels that if Mr. Mira's objective was to humiliate him, he succeeded. He was like, at the end of the day, he was like, you succeeded at, you know, humiliating me and causing anxiety to my family, because what they underwent through in that time, he was like, that was not a nice thing for him and his family to experience.
Yeah, I mean, his wife and her business, you kind of come and terrorize her
And the
customers and
clients,
all the
yeah.
clients. Yeah, that's whatever you set out to do, it was done in that sense. But like, did it make you any better? Did your bank account get any fatter? I always think about these kind of negative things and like, how has that been beneficial to you, just for you to feel a satisfaction that, okay, he made a post about me and now so I'm going to embarrass him in every way, shape or form and lock her up. And again, we go back to just the power that sometimes persons have and they take advantage of it. And I go again back to my comment previously, it's like a lot of times you see laws being utilized in the wrong way and twerked and misrepresented in other ways for when it's convenient for persons, but when it's supposed to be working for the natural, the normal civilian, it's not working. And then you wonder why so many people don't trust the system, they don't trust police officers, they don't trust, you know, what's taking place and how justice is gonna be prevailing because of same situations like this where you're seeing and the quickness, things can happen for them, but for us, we do wait. And it's much more severe cases for persons and the civilians in that way too. So,
Yeah.
completely
that's true.
unfortunate in that sense.
That's true. But the big question, Ren, is will this stop Mr. Alberto August from making his post towards the PUP?
You know,
He said, no, this is not stopping me. As a matter of fact, he's like, I'm coming back and I'm coming bigger situation. So it did work to humiliate him in the moment, but he's like, this is his work, you know, like this is what he does. So it's not gonna end there.
so we're gonna see if what's gonna be the next step from here, what's gonna take place, guys, but we'll keep you updated as much as possible. But let's be mindful because as we can see, the cybercrime laws can be taken way out of context. And so I think for persons out there that want to scrutinize, and so unfortunately, the freedom of speech that we think we have is not necessarily as free as we would like it to be. And I think that's just a kind of a warning too for persons, because let's also look at his situation. Mr. August was able to have people that he could call. Not that we got nobody we could call. We are stay in there for the whole week for come. We had a viewer that talked about being locked up at least 3 different times for 3 different occasions because of the same situation. Nobody come to his rescue. I am just saying, right? At least he had some
don't have that
level.
privilege.
This is what I'm saying, honey. Everybody got a privilege to call up somebody or have people to call up the prime minister to try intervene and all these different things. We were stay there and dog and eat with supper.
Maybe that's what gives them the confidence to go and make these posts, because they know that they can call people that were gonna come to their rescue. If you never had those persons, then would you be so brave to make those posts, you know?
And yeah, that's the big question. So again, for the normal civilian, Wait, you get in a place.
I don't know. We should have some some tips on how to like vent properly on Facebook.
No, 100% on that. 100% on that.
Definitely. But Ren, again, that was a situation that was heavily politicized in talking about, addressing really like the situation took place in Belmopan, which was the murder of Dr. Bonilla. Move on to our last couch talk topic. And on this topic, what was shared yesterday by Rear Admiral Gregory Sabaranis was that that Honduran nationals were detained for illegal and unreported and unregulated fishing in the area of the Sapodilla Key area in South Belize. He said it's an area that is heavily, not contested, but it's always, like infringed in terms of like
Yeah.
trespassing for.
So they have
for
to monitor
fishing.
it a lot too.
Yeah, so he said what's helpful in this situation was that they've changed their tactics and how they go about monitoring the areas. I recently talked about how now they're using like drones to be able to monitor the areas, and it was now using these drones where they were able to notice these persons doing illegal fishing. They were on an aggregation site, which is very important for the nursery and the survival of the fishes. And we know that spawning and aggregation sites are no-take zones, so they were clearly violating the laws, and yeah, they were arrested.
And I want to big them up too as well, the Coast Guards. And I will say what's really important, that Rear Admiral was again speaking about this. Rear Admiral Sabaranis spoke about how the Coast Guard have been working closely with the Fisheries Department, with NGOs and other partners to address illegal fishing in the South. And so it was a combined effort to be able, to get this justice here. So, and this is what we're talking about when it comes to all of these different entities coming together, seeing there's a problem, changing strategies, and seeing how we can work together to make sure we're dealing and we're protecting our waters, whether it be waters, land, whatever it is. I think this is how we look forward to us. Not a single man, single entity, but when we all come together, there's more power that comes with it. This is why with rallies, with all these different things, when more persons come together, there's much more power. There's oof. There's a level of command that comes with it, strategizing different thoughts, and it helps when it comes to really making changes take place. So big up to them for being able to capture and detain for the illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, because this is our livelihood. This is a person's their bread and butter.
Yeah.
You laugh. What people say?
Yeah, because Rasta Liberty is like Creole fish eats nicer than Spanish fish. That's why they call catch Belizean fish.
I didn't even know. Sometimes I don't even know what they say.
I appreciate the humor. It's really good as we start winding down on our clutch talk.
I really, really and truly cannot.
Yes. So with that, we come to the end of our couch talk. I just noticed your earrings and why they call you Black Orchid.
Yeah, because it's a black
you
orchid
have
I'm
Black
wearing
Orchid
here.
earrings. I did
Yes.
not notice.
So
They're beautiful.
thank you. This is courtesy of my friend Lande, which sold clay earrings. So big up to her, guys. Check her out. She has amazing stuff.
Yeah, and for the person that are missing Brandon, he's gonna be back on Thursday.
Yeah, he's gonna be back on
Back on
Thursday.
Thursday.
Everybody got to take a breaks once in a while too.
Yes. But folks, again, with that, we come to the end of our couch talk. We do have a beautiful sunrise to share with you, so we're gonna cue that in. Guess where this is from, Ren?
Wrong answers only.
No, let's see if you can get it correct.
I do not know.
It's Belize City.
I know that, but I'm
thinking it's like Chetamal Bridge.
I see the lead tree that the side make the one man. That
Yeah.
the lead tree give me a lead vibe like.
It's over a bridge for sure.
Thanks, Kev. Thanks. Like that really helps. But it's in Belize. That's how we're gonna. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm gonna stay with right now.
Thank you to Jamie Usher for sending us this.
Oh, and big up to Jamie Usher. She just graduated too.
graduated
so I think
also.
I saw a post with that. So congratulations with her master's in education.
Yeah, I saw.
Educational
Senator
leadership or
Janelle
something like
posted
that.
it.
Yeah, so big up to you and enhancing yourself in every single way, all the contributions you make to your schools and your communities. So thank you so much for sending in submissions and continuing to shine and soar and develop yourself even more. So big up to you, Jamie. Yeah.
All right, so it's from the Riverside. It's from Halover. Good. We're warming up to the right location of that.
Okay, the tree that would throw me off. Kind of like, let me know where the spot the street's supposed to come from. I was like, and then I just got one of the boys there.
Yeah,
like, he just
it's
see
like
the lone
one
man
with a stick out,
standing.
right? I love it. The power of a single tree like has you confused.
Yeah, it's like, where did you come from? Who put you there? Why are you there?
It's definitely from the canal side.
Definitely funny. Yeah. So with that, guys, we've come to the ending of our couch talk with all our dynamic segments and all the great stuff happening. Whether you are frustrated also being a normal civilian and they struggle with make sure justice can fully be served the way you want, investigations can take place the way you want or whatever it is under the sun. We feel the frustrations with you. We see that with rallies and coming together, there's power in the numbers, in calling for command and calling for more. And so we encourage you, as you navigate through the different circumstances in our country, find a different group that with like-minded people coming together and see how you can be able to make impact. You can make impact by yourself or with persons, it doesn't matter. But, things are frustrating you, see what you can do about it. Be about it and not just complain about it. So let's throw that out there. Because a lot of people complain and they don't do nothing. So what are you doing? Are you advising persons? Are you supporting groups financially? What are you doing instead of complaining?
Yeah, that's true. You got to get involved in the conversation if you want
Get
the best
involved in the
outcome.
conversation.
Yeah.
Do things in your different environments, A lot of times we sit down and be complacent and then we wonder why things don't happen the way we want it to happen. Do something. Do something and stop bawl about things.
Yeah, it's called political activism.
Yeah, and although we have these conversations here that we're talking about things, Kevin and I in our spaces are actively working towards things. So I'm just trying there and challenging people. Be about it and do something about it.
That is true.
So, with that, welcome to my TED Talk. With that, we're gonna go to our first commercial break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
At Sbarro, every pizza starts with the freshest ingredients, handmade just for you. Enjoy fast, seamless service. Hot, fresh, and ready to go. Sbarro, Club of the Slice. XL sizes for whole and sliced pizzas, ready whenever you are. Closer to you than ever, now with 2 locations. Sbarro in Publix Coney Drive and Sbarro in Publix Express next to Transparent BPO. Same great pizza, twice the convenience. Special moments deserve a special place. Book now and save 50% on accommodations and 20% on spa. Only at Naya Resort and Spa.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023 in the...
Good evening.
Good evening, I'm Shirley Halsell,
And here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indira Craft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
At Sbarro, every pizza starts with the freshest ingredients, handmade just for you. Enjoy fast, seamless service. Hot, fresh, and ready to go. Sbarro, Club of the Slice. XL sizes for whole and sliced pizzas, ready whenever you are. Closer to you than ever, now with 2 locations. Sbarro in Publix Coney Drive and Sbarro in Publix Express next to Transparent BPO. Same great pizza, twice the convenience. All your special moments deserve a special place. Book now and save 50% on accommodations and 20% on spa. Only at Naya Resort and Spa.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
These charter winds aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023 in the
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Shirley Halsell.
And here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craft.
Belize, you're watching the nation station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to your Tuesday episode of Sunup on 7. We're very excited about this conversation because we're talking everything bees. And joining us on our couch, we have the Minister of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise joining us.
New Growth Industries.
And New Growth Industries. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Pook. Definitely, you're the Communications Director of MAFS.
It's an unpronounceable acronym.
It is. But if you could give it a try at pronouncing it.
I'm director and unit and department and officer and everything rolled into one.
Ooh, all in one.
Yeah, but Mr. Pook, if you could pronounce the
Mafsenji.
acronym, what would it be?
Mafsenji.
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 You have to say it with your chest, Kevin.
Mafsenji. And we have Mafsenji on the couch.
It's better when you say it with your
You
chest.
need a meat pie or two
It
to
feels
have the
believable
strength.
when you say it with your
There we go.
chest.
Right?
So-
Yes.
So say it again, babe. Go there. Go there.
Good. And our first guest is Communications Director from Mafsenji.
Mafsenji.
Yeah. Mr. Pook.
Good morning, good morning,
Thank
good
you so
morning.
much for joining us today on the couch. We have an interesting conversation about
Yes.
these.
We're so very happy to be here this morning. We were here some months ago, actually, I think it was last year around August or so. Mr. Huertas and Mr. Mejia at that time. Today we're here back with Mr. Huertas, the National Beekeeping Coordinator, and Mr. Kenneth Blanco, who is a beekeeper, because we want to talk about bees. We want to talk about swarms that are encroaching. I'm not too sure if we should say encroaching, but from the human perspective, I guess you could say that.
That's what it feels
encroaching
like
in
for them.
urban areas. We've had cases of pets being affected by swarms in Santa Elena, San Ignacio recently.
Yeah.
And we've had cases up north as well. Some of the villages like Concepcion, Mr. Blanco was telling me, San Esteban, where he's from. We've had pets that have been attacked by swarms. And so we thought we would come by and make the public aware. Several things. One, there is a perception that you call Baja whenever these things happen. Baja has nothing to do with bees.
Oh.
Baja has to do with food safety, and they have to do with other issues relating to food, to agriculture, and so on, permits and so on, but not with bees. So don't call Baja.
Who would you call
Secondly, that's part of what we've come to talk about.
Okay.
When we were here last time, we told you that because of the situation with bees, this is summer starting in Belize, rainy season.
Yeah.
Bees start foraging, looking for nectar with flowers. The bees don't know the difference between urban areas and rural areas. They go where they sense food.
Got it.
And in urban areas, you have a lot of things like sugary drinks, juices, and so on that are left all over the place. So the bees look for these as sources for the nectar. And unfortunately, when they do so, bees travel from point A to point B in swarms, thousands of them, protecting their queen, protecting their larvae. And so when they establish a swarm in an urban area, they feel protective about it. And so if a human makes sudden noises, has smells that they don't like, the kind of bees that we have in Belize, the Africanized variety, attacks. And as Miguel explained last time we were here, in Belize right now, practically all the bees are the Africanized strain. There's 2 or 3 different kinds of bees that we have in Belize. We used to have at least Africanized, the European bee, and I think the Melipona bee, which is stingless. Well, those 2 we don't have as much as the Africanized, because they're very aggressive, they take over territory, and they've inhabited most of Belize. These bees are very protective, they're very aggressive about their territory. And so if a pet, for example, makes noises, vibrations, smells that they don't like, they're going to attack it. And so the ministry recognized this from last year, and at the same time had issues because people were calling our extension officers to go and attend to wild bee swarms and taking the extension officers away from work. Because the extension officers don't just have bees to attend to. They have a lot of work out visiting farms and farmers and kind of thing.
Ideally, going back to the question about, because persons also like in our Facebook Live asking, so who should
exactly, yes,
Would
agreed.
it be the
so
national
we
beekeeper
trained people like Mr. Blanco
Okay.
to attend to wild bee swarms, to manage these swarms. The thing is that we don't want to kill the bees.
Right.
And we don't, bees are very important.
Yes.
Some people say that they're the most important insect in the world.
I agree.
Because without bees, you wouldn't have agriculture.
Yeah.
They
We wouldn't have
pollinate
food.
flowers.
Pollinate.
Yeah.
They cause all of those crops that we eat to exist.
Thanks for that reminder. Yeah.
Yes, they're very, very important. So we don't want people to kill bees. We want to manage them. So we trained these people to remove the swarms. And so where the extension officer is busy, where the extension officer can't attend to it, you call on these private people that are trained to come and do the removal for you, the management, whatever it's going to be. Sometimes, hopefully, it's going to be, most of the time, it's going to be removal. You know, you move the swarm from point A to point B, inside of a house, in a tree, wherever, and then you move it to another place. And not destruction.
Yeah. Let's bring Mr. Huertas into the conversation.
Yes.
Continuing the topic about bees. So let's say they call the respective authority to come and remove the bees. How likely is it for the bees to return to the area? Because that's a concern that people have.
Yes, indeed, that is a concern on which we need to clarify. To bring this in topic, we had a Facebook post from a guy that does it in Corozal, which is Esquivel. And we were speaking this morning that we saw that they posted that they did 3 swarms, 3 relocations. And next morning, the owner of the house was saying that the bees aren't gone yet. Now, what happened in that situation? We know that when we are working bees, bees have a tendency to collect nectar at the field and they come back. Now, bees work as early in the morning and late in the evening until there is light. When there is no light, now bees cannot fly. So the bees that are outside foraging, which is 60-70% of the population that is in the colony, some of them come back, but not all. So this is the reality now, that if we relocate the colony today, next morning, the population that was outside, that had to sleep outside, unfortunately, comes back to the colony. And now, bees are right there located. And this scenario, imagine if he removed 3, so the population will be more than a small swarm.
Right.
So what we recommend, or what we want people to let us know, that as soon as they perceive or they know that bees are around, look at it, try find where they are. So we can be there on time and not wait until it is a huge colony. If we can relocate a swarm that just arrived, it's much easier than relocate an established swarm already. A swarm begins 20,000 colonies, 30, and it can get to 80,000 bees. So this is what we need to do. Work in hand, collaborate with the private entities or in public spaces. As soon as they can see the swarm, let's work on it. Let's remove them.
And that's very helpful information to know. For one, poor bees that they catch by the night somewhere else. They can't go
They
home.
just have to sleep.
That is
But
so-
I've seen some
that is so
pictures
cute
of
and so sweet.
some pictures of bees sleeping, and they look super funny when they sleep. They're like
Yeah.
their little feet are like knocked out. They're like big chilling, home skilling, right?
But that information you shared is very helpful in terms of like how to like appropriately relocate bees. So like notice where they're from, the time of the day. So like in that regard, what other helpful tips can you share for persons that are concerned that may want to relocate bees? So what you shared now, but what other else can they have in mind?
Now, when we identify one swarm, before, or what literature tells us when we were studying about that, is that when a swarm arrives, most of the time that swarm is defensive. It is just the normal reproduction, how they reproduce from one colony to make more. Once it is completely full in the wild, the space is no more bees, then automatically they reproduce. A portion of this with a queen relocates to another location, from this point to another point. Now, when this arrives, it is quick and easy. Shake the branch, put it on a box, and transport it. That colony hasn't built wax, hasn't built larvae, haven't laid larvae, and not stored honey yet. So the colony is not that aggressive, that defensive. But now, situations like things change within the environment, and now we have noticed that as a swarm arrives, it can be defensive. It can activate. What we were speaking also, that we need to inform how does bees work in relation to when do they come defensive? How does that happen? Bees, we used to have European bees before. And European bees, we used to work with them, spray some smoke in the late 50s, and they were not defensive because their strain was to be defensive. But now what happened in Brazil, late 50s, scientists tried to get this strain from the Africanized to get the productive characteristic.
Okay.
And somehow there was a mistake, and now they escaped, or they swarmed. They arrived in late 70s in Belize, and now our colonies are Africanized. Now the difference is that they like, for example, if someone knocks your door, how will you react?
Depends
Like
on
this,
that GSU.
right? Like this. if someone knocks your door just like that, it will open your door normal.
No problem.
But now,
Yeah.
the thing is, now how the bees react. When knocks your door, they are out there.
Yeah.
Even someone you will believe.
They bring their
you
gun.
see,
They're
they
ready
are
for call.
defensive. That is how it happens. Now the Africanized bees, once they let go their alarm pheromone, is like how they communicate within the bees with an alarm pheromone, and this alarm will just disperse around the apiary, around where the colony is, and this alarm pheromone will remain up to 48 hours.
So that's so long they're ready for fight?
Well, that is how they keep active 48 hours within that area. So imagine if a dog, a noise, a smell,
48
bother
hours,
them.
they're like ready to come at you.
They are defensive in that sense.
I want to ask, because I know you made a really great point that persons, if they, in the inception, it's easier to make a report and then be able to deal with the nests and everything. But for persons, and let's be honest, there are persons that are not going into the yard like that, or they're not seeing in their areas or on their house or so, and they just made pass by and no, this, we done that at 80,000. We don't have a full-blown nest where they have a time of life to produce. What is the advice now for persons that are in that situation where it's like, we didn't see this, we stumbled upon this, or our kids stumbled upon this. How do you now deal with that situation?
Now, once something stumbled, like you have said, the bees are alert. Like anything that come across in front or around that, they feel threatened because they feel threatened immediately. So the bees will react and let go your alarm pheromone. Now, once that alarm pheromone is out, bees will defend. And what we recommend for the people to get inside a vehicle or somewhere they feel secure and locked. Because bees will get in even from a tiny hole, or somehow they will get in an attack. Now, what happens if you're in that situation, people jump into water, which if you jump into water, bees will be right on top waiting for you to come out.
Can't hold a breath for that long, honey.
Right. And even if you swim, but regardless of that, what we recommend is to get into a vehicle, close, and drive away. Not where there is public. Somewhere that there is no one, so because bees will follow.
Oh, they follow you too?
They follow. Now, if you have a blanket or somehow you can cover yourself. And what we have seen is that people get fish spray and try to eliminate. And that is another wrong move because once they feel threatened, they will attack more. So that's where we have the experts. We can be there. We are willing to assess, but sometimes we are in the fields.
Yeah.
And we are doing our activities that we have been planning from a week before. So we have them trained. We have several, and we have just updated with Mr. Pok the list on Facebook, where we have a new list, updated list of beekeepers, and we will also be working next week in Dangrega for more people to be certified.
Okay.
And then we are planning in Belize City, and we are planning in Aranjua, Corzal also. So we are trying to complete a new updated list throughout Belize, so we have more experts in the ground.
Okay.
So each district has a set of experts
that you can call.
Right.
Publish their location and their phone numbers so people can call. And I think we want to share that as widely as possible because people, again, are under the impression that you call only the ministry for that. But people like Mr. Blanco, as I'm saying, they're trained to do that, and you call them. There will be a price because they have to go with their ladder, with their, exactly, their vehicle and all of that. So you negotiate that with them.
Yeah, so let's bring Mr. Blanco into the conversation. It's talking about what services do you have available for persons to get in touch with you and if there's any fees associated with them.
Yeah. Yes, I do have fees for that. We do, because as soon as we go out, we're going to need fuel for transportation.
Of course.
Depending on the location you are, it will depend on the fee as well.
Right.
Yeah. Depending as well how high the hive is located. Let's say that it's a 2-store house. I'm gonna need to get scaffolds to get out there and take the bees out. So
it ranges based on like, what is the situation. So you can't just give a definite price and say it's gonna be $300 every single time because situations are different in that sense.
Okay. Yeah.
In the same time, like if I need to take 2 other persons with me, I need to pay them as well. So
okay. Yeah, go for it.
And I remember, so last week we reported on a situation where a gentleman spoke and said how that there were bees in the area. I think he mentioned that a person helped with removing for his neighbor, and then they were around his area and everything. And he mentioned that the price of $350 was what was given for the removal, and he said that that was too high. Is there anything that's being done to support persons that maybe really have a situation and a problem, but they don't have the finances at all to be able to deal with it?
If we can, if we're aware of it, because we don't always know, at the ministry.
Yeah.
If we are aware and we can, our people still go out and help.
Okay.
Yesterday morning, at this same time, for example, 7 change, going to 8, somebody from Kayo called in distress because their pet was being attacked. And rather than have a private person deal with it, I had the district agriculture coordinator tried to assist as much as possible because I think the town council called as well. So our people went out and dealt with that, even though it was residential.
But we know you guys are busy, so it's
Exactly.
not always the case.
We
that you'll be
can't
available.
always do that because we don't have the personnel available all the time. I mean, they have their own work to do. That's the reason why we do that. But if we can, as much as possible, we try to assist. We know there's cases of elderly, of people that are incapacitated, of people that might not be able to afford, a fee, etc. But to their credit, I will say that the people that are the bee management experts that we've trained, most of them are very understanding, and they try to negotiate as best as they can with the people that they deal with.
Okay.
So it's not so much that I think, you don't call on them because they're going to charge you a huge fee and then you're going to owe them afterwards for, and you can't pay it. It's more a matter of get the thing done and these people are going to understand and work with you.
Yeah.
Most of them are like that.
Or something along the lines.
Because I think ultimately what you want is to safeguard your well-being as a person, but you also want to safeguard the well-being of bees too, because it's very critical.
Exactly.
Because somebody in the comments is saying it's cheaper to kill them, but that's not what we want, right? Because as you mentioned, the first start, the bees are super essential for our survival. So we do not want to hurt.
And we have to understand again what Miguel was explaining just now. The Africanized variety that we have in this area, it's not just Belize, by the way. All the countries in Central America have the same variety. This variety of bee works harder than the other varieties, like the European one that Mr. Huertas was talking about. It's the reason why they were bred that way in the experiment in Brazil he was talking about. Their aggressiveness also translates into more work, more honey. And so that's a very desirable trait. Unfortunately, along with that comes the defensiveness that they're famous for.
They're defending their home and their honey, right?
Exactly.
So one more question coming from our viewers is, as it regards to, is there any correlation with this time of the year and maybe bees being more present? And is there anything in terms of, a lot of people are now having their gardens at home, is there any correlation with people having gardens at home and attracting bees to their spaces?
Well, what we can notice is that during flowering is when bees collect nectar in the field, and that is when they get populated and they swarm, they reproduce. So it is from January to August when there is flowering, and during that time where we will see most of the incidents. And because you have said, if we notice all across, deforestation is happening a lot. So they're moving from that, finding source of nectar, and they're coming in within the communities. So we will, and sometimes we will not see where they are, but they might be in old tires, in holes in the ground, empty lots. And sometimes we don't know where they are, and when we just suddenly, they're active.
I know we had mentioned earlier about what persons can do, like getting a vehicle and drive away and all of that. But maybe one of you can explain to us for persons that have an animal that is being under attack or is about to be attacked. So what can they do for their animal if their animal is about to get swarmed in that sense? Is there anything that can be done?
I know, Mr. Blanco?
Well, the best thing that I advise people to do is, like Mr. Huerta said, maybe you can take a blanket, a thick one, and lose your dog. Because there have been many situations that dogs are in their cages, in their little house, maybe tied up, and the bees pass by, or maybe they are bothered somewhere else, and another dogs come towards him, bring some bees to him, and then he gets stung as well. Eventually, that one will end up dead because he doesn't have anywhere to go.
To run.
Yeah. So the best thing, untie the dog, take it inside your home.
Okay.
As much as it's possible.
Yes.
Yeah, because I know, because in the moment it's really hard to be able to navigate. So I'm just thinking for a person, because you mentioned that case too, where somebody had a pet. So I'm just thinking often you're seeing that pets are being under attack.
And the person lost their pet yesterday. And I understand that last week in the Santa Elena area, several pets were lost as well. Again, up north, similarly, pets have been lost.
So as we start winding down on this
So
conversation,
it is a concern.
That brings me to like one last question. In terms of like, we're talking about how Africanized bees that we have, they're very aggressive. If you were to get attacked by an Africanized bees, what determines your survival rate as a person, but also as a human,
That is a very good question. But that depends on your sensibility. Like, for example, there are 3 levels of how you can be allergic reaction to the bee sting. One, you will get a sting, and it will only be like a mosquito bite, and that will wear off, and nothing will happen. The second one is it will get swell for probably 3 days, and itchy and swelling, hurts. Now they have the third one, which is the most dangerous one, where one bee stings, one bee is enough, and you get an anaphylactic shock. And that is where you need medical attention immediately. So it depends on the sensibility of the person. With one bee,
So it doesn't matter the bee, it's the sensitivity that the person has.
but now sometimes when these cases happen, it is not only one bee sting, but
A
it
lot
is
of them
several.
at the same time.
Yes.
And then once receive more than 20, like for example, us that are in the apiaries, every week we are bee stings. Sometimes we take newcomers, new farmers, students, and after 1-2 bee sting, they have a fever. You can have a fever, you can have vomit, you can have itchiness, dizziness, even diarrhea. But your body will react to that in somehow because it is the allergic reaction. But the situation comes when anaphylactic shock. That is when you need to be right.
Yeah, EpiPen.
So you really don't know until apparently you get.
You have to make bee sting if you make your know.
I don't want to know.
Be careful with the ones we have right there in
These
front
ones,
of you.
little bait, we have little ones here, guys. They brought us some bees to look at. They're going to take it back, unfortunately. But we were able to see how they look. But just reminding persons out there, because I know people are saying it's easier to kill them, make the calls. There's a list, and the list, where is the list available once again for persons?
On the ministry's Facebook page, and we'll publish it on our website as well. But the Facebook page is more active, so.
Okay, check out the Facebook page. They have respective bee management personnel that are trained and super effective for the respective districts. So you can find, you know, have to call somebody from Belize City if you live all the way in Corozal or whatever it is. It works.
Or Baja can share his contact information too. Yeah?
Yeah, my personal number is 670-3592.
Which area are you based?
3592.
Orange Walk District.
Orange Walk District.
I also work in the Corozal District. If they call me and I am available, I will definitely
Very
go.
good. Could you repeat your number once more so Renata can...
670-3592.
Very
Excellent.
good.
So Mr. Blanco works in Orange Walk and Corozal, guys.
Yeah. So we got to say is that people are really grateful for your visit today to Sunup on 7 to talk about bees. They said the information has been really helpful. Calm the anxiety and a bit of the fear that people are experiencing. And as we wrap up, Mr. Pook, do you have any last words to share?
I just want to encourage people to reach out to the ministry's Facebook page so that they can get the latest information. We'll keep republishing it and republishing it because we're working with other media houses or media personnel to try to get this information out. Last time, for example, Mr. Yakab from LU, from San Ignacio, he's a journalist, that roving journalist, so to speak. He helped us a lot because he covered the situations in Santa Elena where the bees were in swarm and everything, and very, very helpful. So we work along with people like him to try to get this information out. The ministry is not insensitive to cases where, again, you can't afford it or you're elderly or something of the sort. We'll try to help as much as we can, again, given the constraints with personnel and resources and so on. But definitely we want the public to be aware and to be alert. This is the time of year when bees are all over the place. They will come to urban areas from time to time. It's not all the time. If you have a garden, I don't think you really have to be so very careful of, but do keep a watchful eye out.
Right.
And again, follow Mr. Huertas' tips. If the bees start swarming around your area, call somebody as quickly as possible. Don't wait for them to start laying eggs and depositing honey and so on, because they'll be even more defensive at that time. We stand ready to help as much as we can, and our management experts, similarly, we know that they can do the job.
And big up to the team, too, that works tirelessly.
Thank you.
And, of course, all the experts. Thank you guys so much for
Thank you.
answering the call, because better uno than me.
And to, and to yourselves for allowing us to talk about it.
Yeah.
And since Renata has volunteered to have a bee sting her so she can find out
No,
what
I don't
levels.
want none at all. I don't know what my...
Kudos to you
I
as
don't know
well.
what will be my reaction, guys. See, look at them, guys. They look so sweet in the little containers. That's why they look sweet, in the containers.
Right.
So with that, guys, we're going to go to our next commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
These charter remains aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Shiri Halsell.
And here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Nadir Craft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
All your special moments deserve a special place. Book now and save 50% on accommodations and 20% on spa, only at Naya Resort and Spa. At Sbarro, every pizza starts with the freshest ingredients, handmade just for you. Enjoy fast, seamless service, hot, fresh, and ready to go. Sbarro, Club of the Slice. XL sizes for whole and sliced pizzas, ready whenever you are. Closer to you than ever, now with 2 locations, Sbarro in Publix Coney Drive and Sbarro in Publix Express next to Transparent BPO. Same great pizza, twice the convenience.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
These charter remains aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Shiri Halsell.
And here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Nadir Craft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
All your special moments deserve a special place. Book now and save 50% on accommodations and 20% on spa, only at Naya Resort and Spa. At Sbarro, every pizza starts with the freshest ingredients, handmade just for you. Enjoy fast, seamless service, hot, fresh, and ready to go. Sbarro, Club of the Slice. XL sizes for whole and sliced pizzas, ready whenever you are. Closer to you than ever, now with 2 locations, Sbarro in Publix Coney Drive, and Sbarro in Publix Express next to Transparent BPO. Same great pizza, twice the convenience.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
Good morning, Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Tuesday episode. Just before the commercial break, we had a great conversation all about bees. And if you missed that conversation, you can always go back and watch our Facebook recorded live. We move on to our next topic with our guests. And we have our friends from the Baseball Federation of Belize talking about what are some of the current challenges that they're facing as a federation. And to guide us through this conversation, we have President of the Baseball Federation of Belize, Mr. Carlion Flores, joining us. Mr. Flores, good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
How is your energy today? It's Tuesday, 1 to 10, 10 being the highest.
Probably 5, 50.
Probably 5.
Yeah, I'm really weak right now.
Man, get this man some
really,
water,
really-
coffee,
Some honey, maybe.
Coffee shot.
I am exhausted, my brother. I'm exhausted.
Totally appreciate the honesty with
Yeah.
the effort. I mean, clearly this is an important conversation that you need to have as regards to what are some of the challenges the association is facing. Before we get into that,
Yes.
Mr. Flores, let's introduce Mr. Alex Sanker, who's an associate of the Baseball Federation of Belize. Mr. Sanker, good morning.
Top of the morning. Get the shirt. Get the hat. What did the shirt say?
Plan Belize 2.0. I ain't but
There it is. That's the new thing. I ain't Budna. But anyway, so
ain't Budna.
how I get into this is that a couple years ago, my nephew, he was in the baseball team, right? So they had reached out to raise fund, etc., for them to make a trip to
Fort Myers.
to Fort Myers.
I remember.
To play. Yeah, that was a huge deal, right?
That was last year. right?
Last year.
I want to do something different where I say, you know what, I'll do something even bigger. So I start team up with them to start raise funds. One of our way of raising funds, which was a huge help, was going begging physically at the intersection there by Benny's.
Yeah.
And we did good, right?
I see a lot of persons having
Yes.
to do that.
So my thing is, I had even stepped it up where I donated a painting and basically raffle it off, see if I could raise some more funds, etc. So, and then I start seeing certain stuff where I'm familiar with, where it's a young, like what, 2019?
2019.
Right. So my thing is, they're known, but they're not well known. But you could see where they're involved of trying to make kids' dream become a reality.
Yeah.
You know, where would Babe Ruth been if somebody didn't give him a chance and the opportunity? So this thing is all about the opportunity. And I think personally with me, even this not about my painting, but I could relate where if I didn't take the chance to say, you know what, let me do something different in visual art, then I would not have been the artist I am today. I think the same thing with these little guys, right?
Yeah.
You cannot form a shape of ice unless you full the tray.
Yeah.
But the tray need the help physically if you full it.
Yeah.
But when the tray become a full tray ice, then the ice become usable.
Yeah.
That's all this is. We have to give these guys, and you know what? We can't sugarcoat them. Most of their youths are little kids from the south side and the area where they basically gave up. You know, we see it, we know it, we have to start call it out.
Yeah.
Right.
I think if, when you say certain people in charge of, example, of football, and they're talking about we can invest in everybody, No, you have to find a way. That's how you root out the best out of the best.
Yeah.
You just can't look in a mirror and be like, maybe him become somebody. No, you have to give everybody that equal opportunity to prove themselves.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah. So thank you so much for introducing. How, first of all, like, what motivates you to be involved and be an associate of the Baseball Federation of Belize, and also the importance of, how do we navigate the challenges that they're currently experiencing, which you will let us know right now. What are some of the challenges that you're experiencing in ensure that you have a successful federation, but also that the impact is there for the kids?
Right. Just for the viewers.
Yes, please go ahead.
The federation is not lacking. Sorry, is not lacking in vision.
Got it.
The federation is not lacking in purpose. We are not lacking in dedication. There's a reason why we formed the federation.
Right.
We have vision, we have purpose, and we have the will to get things done. As we have said many times on the show, we have been here. We have, at the very least, purchased 10 acres of land for the development of baseball to have an academy, right?
Okay.
So we have been making significant strides. We have been doing some great things. We have formulated or fostered international relationships, partnerships. Yes. We have been doing a lot of work in such a short time. I've been a baseball and softball player all my life. And I can see the amount of time our young people have been traveling it cannot be compared to the limited time I've traveled as a softball player. Now, let me get to the point. One of the problems that we are having right now is the fact that the National Sports Council, along with the Belize Olympic Committee, in connection with the Ministry of Sports, these entities have been basically colluding together, all right, to simply hijack our vision and our hard work. Anthony Mahler, the Minister of Sport, along with Devin Daly and Marconi Leal, who is the Minister of State and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, these individuals believe that they are entitled to what we have been building quietly. Well, not quietly, but we have been building this thing for a time.
Right.
And they believe that they have the know-it-all. It tells me something. It tells me that these people are very visionless. When you have to steal a vision, then you don't have any business being in power. You don't have any business running the country. If you have to come and steal our ideas. It also sends a wrong message to our young people that you dare dream and have a vision and you start to work on it, the politicians will come for it. I think the time has come for us to really put a stop to that kind of nonsensical behavior. And that's why we are here.
Okay, can you help us dig a bit deeper into what you're saying right
what
now?
What they want to do.
What's taking place that makes you either observe that they're taking over the vision, or
what examples?
Okay, what happened is every year, each federation and association that is registered under the National Sports Council, they are mandated, because it's within the Sports Council Act, I believe it's the Sports Act. They are mandated to submit some form of documentation. It's like I would just say, for quote-unquote protocol. You have to submit the documents of your board. It's like an update, right?
Yes, you have to.
And every year, once you do that, you get what is called a registration certificate from the Sports Council, which basically acknowledges your federation. We have been getting that every year since 2019.
Okay.
Last year, immediately after the 2025 election, and prior to the 2025 election, we had submitted our request for the registration certificate, which we should be getting. We have gotten it previous years without any issue. But since then, we haven't gotten anything. We wrote the National Sports Council, but we already knew what was going on because we have been having some conversations with the acting director at the time. I think his name is Mr. Otley. And we sensed some things that weren't really right. But anyways, so what happened is that we haven't been getting it. We haven't gotten it. We wrote them. They didn't respond. It was this year we had to hire the service of an attorney to write them a letter. And in the letter, basically they are saying, while they acknowledge the federation and the work we have been doing, that they are in the process of amending the law that bat sports like baseball and softball should be amalgamated. I want to put it on the record. The Minister of State, Mr. Marconi Leal Jr., reached out to me via text message as well as in person. He wants to be the president of baseball and softball. And so this situation that is happening is basically there. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. They want to give it over to those people in their pockets, just to, to say the least. And so they want to amalgamate both sports, and they say, they want to amalgamate the sports to make the sports be in line with the policies of the World Baseball Softball Confederation. The World Baseball Softball Confederation is a combination of the World Baseball Organization and the International Softball Federation. They amalgamated years ago. They govern baseball and softball across the world, just as FIFA governs football and FIBA governs basketball. But the constitution of the WBSC says that you can register with them as a member, either as a baseball entity, as a softball entity, or both.
So it's not a mandatory thing.
It's
that
not
you
mandatory,
have to.
but
Okay.
the Sports Council letter is deceptive because they're saying that they are doing this to go in line with their policy, which isn't true because we have been in conversations with the WBSC. I also want to say on the record that about 2021 or so, from probably 2017, 2018, because even though the federation was founded 2019, I found the Belize Visionary Foundation in 2017, right? January 16, 2017. That's when we brought baseball back to Belize since 1994. We have been reaching out to the WBSC. We finally got the opportunity to submit our application. We met every requirement. There was only one requirement needed, one document needed. It was a letter from the Belize Olympic Committee saying, basically, we, the Belize Olympic Committee of Belize, recognize the Baseball Federation as the sole authority of baseball in Belize. Because we brought it back.
Right.
No one is speaking about baseball. I've been at Rogers Stadium all my life. But instead of doing that, for some reason, in some way, they invited, some surreptitious move, they invited the Softball Federation representatives who put some things in their heads. They met with our board, and we presented our case. Hey, we have been here from day one. No one speak about baseball. No one was doing baseball except for us, right? We deserve this. It's on the record. And the meeting didn't seem satisfactory, and we, you know, among ourselves, we were like, you know what? This is not favorable. Later on, we got a letter from the Olympic Committee saying, basically, we cannot make you a member at this time based on, listen to the words, based on past, present, and future endeavors. What does that mean?
That you were unsuccessful in registering
So,
Baseball Association.
correct.
Yeah.
And the Softball Federation, they are piggybacking on the fact that they're a member of the WBSC, but they're a member of the WBSC by default. Why by default? Because remember, there was the International Softball Federation. Softball has been, you know, what's the word I want to use? They have been functioning for decades, basically. And so they were always a member of the ISF. And so when both organizations, the World Baseball Organization and the ISF, come together to form the WBSC, just by default, those current members, you know, just by default, they were allowed to remain members.
Okay.
So they are using that to their advantage. All right, they are using that to their advantage. Oh, we are a member of the WBSC. So what is happening now? And you know what the Softball Federation did? We had to actually send out a press release to counter that. They put out a press release saying that their executive met and they are now the Baseball Softball Federation of Belize, right? And that's their resolution, and they have amended their constitution. They didn't even have a conversation with us.
Wow, so you're definitely excluded from that conversation
Of
where
course.
the amalgamation came.
Of course.
Yeah,
But in your view, and help me understand this as the pioneer leading the baseball movement in the country, what is the benefit for you to have the softball and baseball associations separate rather than coming together?
Right. Well, you asked a very good question, by the way. There are so many layers, and I'm just going to give a few for now. First of all, baseball is a reviving sport. At this time, the last thing we want to do, I'm going to be very honest, is to connect with people that I know personally they don't have the sport's best interest at heart. These people have softball. They have been running softball for some years. And I watch softball declining under them, even now. Can you believe that the premier sport in softball is what is called the inter-office league, or the co-ed? Those leagues are supposed to be more recreational than this fast-pitch league.
Okay.
The fast-pitch league is not well attended, no great promotion. Anyways, the point is the league has been declining.
Okay.
The level of softball is not where it once was. So these people, if you can't even run that, which has been established, you can't run something that you gain. How can you run a growing sport? Now, we have fostered meaningful relationships internationally, and these relationships are growing. You guys know that our young people have been traveling consistently. We have given starter packages. We gave starter packages to Fair Primary School last year, right? With the intent to bring in international coach to develop these players at these different schools. Do you know right now, Mr. Marconi Leal and some other people have actually just quickly started a league with 4 primary schools. So these young people are not even getting the proper training because they are trying to run ahead to act as if this is their idea and vision. You understand what I'm saying? These are the people that we are fighting against.
And the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, they don't even have vision. They don't even have the expertise. All right? But for some reason, I don't understand, man. For some reason, like, our Belizean people don't seem to stand up against these kind of maladies that are happening in our society.
Right. So you're taking a stand against that.
Yes, I'm
Being
taking
here
a
and having
stand.
this conversation, bringing things to light about what's happening
Right.
as it regards to your application with the federation
Yes.
moving forward. So given the context of where we are now, like what's your next steps?
What's the next steps? Yeah. And then how can also, following in that line, how can the public support with this endeavor?
Well, we are bringing public awareness to this matter. We are hoping that the public will see it for what it is and that they will make a loud noise against this
Loud
issue.
enough.
Loud enough. Because for so long we have been silent against political tyranny. One of the next steps, we have gotten an attorney involved. It's too expensive, right? Right now we are trying to decide whether to pay 11,000 change to a law firm or use 11,000 change to take our young people to Fort Myers in July. So the government has us in that situation. Imagine we have to we have to disenfranchise our young people who have been training to fight the government in court. Something is wrong with that picture. You guys weren't there before. Why is it that you want this?
That's a great question.
You weren't there.
I think the sad thing about this whole situation where you're simply denying the future of tomorrow, the dream. I think that's a sad time in our country. And like I tell you, like you see these people in power, and I'm talking about both sides, the two major political parties. They, whatever is not on their agenda, they destroy it. Simply because they can. And is there any accountability? Listen, we all see this every day of the week. Anything happening in this country, these people in power do what they do in a Creole because they could get away with it. It's 2 weeks of noise, and after that, you know why they find my people and threatening? Because those going to be around forever. It's not going to go nowhere. And that's the real reason. When you see kids, I noticed this being out there over decades. I noticed when I just started setting up there, kids used to come and walk away from the Milani and go home, whatever. But I've been knowing for the last few years, every time they come off the bridge, they automatically come in front of the painting and there's debate going on. And I have somebody in politics that told me, because I know everybody against what you're doing. He said you are doing one of the most necessary favor to the youth, right? Is to educate them through your work. And because freedom of expression is still part of our democracy, which I start questioning now, because for obvious reason, but I don't know, like I tell him today, when we were talking before we came on the show, I said, listen, I'm not doing nothing wrong. I am simply recording the injustice in this nation. And talking about injustice, it just hit me on my head. Something with baseball have to go on a canvas next. Because we have to record these time to show future generation that the fight is necessary. Listen, we just can't sit down and lay back. We are the employer of the people in government. It's not the other way around. I keep saying this. We are in charge. We call the shots. They work for us. We pay them. Why is it everything that they do, there's no accountability? And how long can this nation continue on this path? You understand what I tell you? Eventually, this is going to become such a norm. We can't call this country a democracy anymore because this is straight up dictatorship.
Very well said. Yes. Can I share something quickly? Last year, before we went to Fort Myers, I went to Devin Daly's office, the constituency office. So just for the record, I vote in Cali. I've lived in Cali all my life. What the nation needs to know is that that young man, right, he's a neighbor of mine. His family and my family are very well connected. His grandmom and my mom are very close. You would expect that a young minister who claimed to love sports would say, hey, I love what Carlin has been doing for sports all my life. Let me help to elevate this vision. He's a part of the puppetry that is trying to hijack it. I went to his office last year before going to Fort Myers. I said to him, hey, we have about 7 to 8 young people from your division who are on the baseball team. This young man looked me in the eyes and said to me, my brother, the ministry has taken a position that they will no longer invest in sports just for participation purpose. Who tell you we're just participating? He doesn't know the vision and he doesn't know the connections we were building, the encouragement, the opportunities. But he took that position generally and he gave me that. I left his office with that. We are not going to invest. You understand? You remember
And this
that?
is people,
Right?
I remember.
So the young people didn't get anything from him. None at all. So these are the people that we have in power. And just for the record, he's just a puppet. He has no vision, and I don't understand how comes we keep voting young people into office. Something is wrong with that picture, without vision. We need to change these things very quickly.
The favorism towards people are running.
It is unfortunate that, like you mentioned, you came together with this vision of, reestablishing baseball in Belize. You're looking forward to getting more young people involved in the sport.
Right.
Amplifying, what can come with the sport and what opportunities can come for them. And you're in this sticky situation with politics at the moment. We're definitely going to follow up the story. And if you have any updates, you're welcome to come back on Sunup on 7 to let us know how it goes.
I think we got to keep this fire burning because my whole thing is you can't drop it. You can't leave it because at the end of the day,
that's why, like I
it's
said,
for the youths, man.
We
It's
need to make
simply-
sure we keep the conversation going. Unfortunately, we're out of time.
Of course.
But no, like Kevin said rightfully, you've
gotta
talked
keep
to
it
us
going.
before the break that there are things that you guys have that can be released, that can be shown to show exactly what's been taking place behind the scene.
Right.
And we're hoping to see that take place.
Definitely.
So at this current juncture, it's about trying to take the young people to a next...
yes, in Fort Myers.
And then for citizens out there that want to follow, maybe support financially, where can they go? What number can they call? What can they do to be able to continue?
They can call 605-2810, Sanka.
605
629-0194.
or 6 what?
629-0194.
Okay. And again, these are the two numbers for persons out there that maybe can't do something physically but can be able to support financially.
Exactly,
They want to see whatever it is.
Right.
For lawyers out there, obviously they're looking to see if they can get pro bono help if that's the case too.
Right.
So we're making the pleas for these kind of things to be able to support with the overall fight of what
All
they're doing
lawyers
right
from
there.
Corozalto, PG, anybody, any help will do because it costs.
It costs,
And we would
definitely.
rather put that money somewhere where it could benefit the kids then because speaking up like this is not the thing to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
You know, you don't do that.
Yeah.
And we have to show them that yes, we can. We are the people of this nation and want to see better.
I'll be
and we
marked
have
for life for this stance, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
I think it's definitely
So
worth it.
we've put the numbers in the chat for our viewers to be able to get a hold of you guys. And of course, they can be able to continue to follow and see what the next steps are going to be and continue to support the young people in their endeavors to continue with their dreams and their visions and their skill sets to the capacity that they're building. But the conversation doesn't stop here. Although the segment has to stop here, the conversation doesn't stop here. And with that, guys, we're going to go to our next commercial break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
These charter mints aren't from
We're
an
navigating along the coastline.
This morning,
of
the
northern
2023
lagoon in the
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Cherise Halsell.
And here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm the bureaucrat.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
All your special moments deserve a special place. Book now and save 50% on accommodations and 20% on spa. Only at Naya Resort and Spa. At Sbarro, every pizza starts with the freshest ingredients, handmade just for you. Enjoy fast, seamless service, hot, fresh, and ready to go. Sbarro, Club of the Slice. XL sizes for whole and sliced pizzas, ready whenever you are. Closer to you than ever, now with 2 locations. Sbarro in Publix Coney Drive and Sbarro in Publix Express next to Transparent BPO. Same great pizza, twice the convenience.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful people. Welcome back to your Tuesday episode. Just before the commercial break, we had a great and fiery conversation with the Baseball Federation of Belize, talking about what are some of their challenges that they're experiencing. Move on to our next conversation, and it's going to cool you down a bit because we have our friends from Madisco joining us today, and they have a series of upcoming events and promotions that you gotta know. And joining us on our couch, we have event marketer Aisha Williams joining us. Aisha, good morning.
Good morning.
How is your energy this Tuesday, 1 to 10?
I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Okay.
9.5.
Yes.
All right. I love that. And we're also joined by Christy Cruz, Beverage Sales Associate and Administration. Christy, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having us.
How do you feel about this upcoming, events that Madisco is hosting?
Well, we're always having something. Everyone knows our logo is always there, and it's these opportunities like this is how we tell people what's going on.
So it sounds like it definitely has you now a good energy level,
Yes.
discussing these events that are upcoming.
Correct.
Very good.
So excitement is happening because guess
Definitely.
what? Graduation, I've been seeing so much graduation.
Yes.
I've just like we've seen prom, but it's a graduation.
Yes.
So graduation is here, and I'm hearing Madisco is doing what? A party. What's going to?
It's a grads party package giveaway.
Ooh.
So it's a raffle on social media, specific for students over the age of 18, so maybe sixth form, university level.
Gotcha.
So this package includes XXL wines, El Ultimo tequila, snack,
Kevin
an
said-
assortment of snacks, and even like party decor, like confetti and
Graduation team. That's
graduation,
what it's
full
focused
graduation theme. So you're basically getting a whole basket of what you can have, like a graduation party kind of vibe.
I love it.
I love how Kev took a little step back. He's like,
I'm
what
like, is
did you say, tequila?
Brandon graduating?
So in order to enter, all you need to do is go back and find that page on our on our social media. You just need to comment where you're graduating from, with what degree, and which district you're located. Mainly because we have a prize for each one of the branch locations. So we're gonna have a winner for Belize City, one for Sand Creek, one in San Pedro, and then one for Belmopan.
That's nice to have it like more widespread.
Yes.
So
Correct. Yes.
you're gonna be commenting. So all you have to do is comment this, and then from there, you guys are gonna put it like in a bigger raffle that you pick out a name or something along that line.
Yes.
Excellent.
Wow, that's an easy way to be able to
Yes,
get
to
such an
enter,
amazing
Can you do
celebration.
multiple
And then-
entries or is just one? I just asked because imagine somebody comment and name Kevin Mendes graduating from X, Y, and Z. Da 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 da. I don't know.
I mean, if you have an auntie that wants to support you, you want your mom supporting you, I don't see why that would be an issue.
Okay.
And then aside from that, of course, like, share,
The flyer.
yes, and follow the company.
Very good. When is the deadline for this?
The deadline is on the 18th of this month. So it's gonna, well, no, the deadline is the 17th. The drawing date is gonna be the 18th, sorry.
Okay. And I see them putting all the other, they put the correct one too because there's
Alright, so
going to
let's
be
move
a
on to Father's
Father's
Day
Day.
raffle now.
Yes,
Okay.
ready to jump in.
But can't say they don't do nothing for fathers because this be looking nice. Talk to me,
Alright,
girl,
go.
and tell me what they're having.
Okay, so for Father's Day this year, we're going a little bit differently.
Okay.
So for fathers, we're having a raffle whereby all you need to do is spend $25 at either one of our branches, and you'd be able to enter into this lovely raffle. The prizes include a one-night staycation for two at Sunbreeze Hotel in San Pedro.
Okay.
And this includes dinner for two, round-trip ticket for two, a snorkeling tour at Hull Chan Reserve and Shark Ray Alley for two. And what am I missing?
That's it. She's,
So far,
Chris
it
is like,
sounds
you got it,
great,
girl.
though.
You
Even
got
if you're
it.
missing something.
You have
it's
your
like,
dinner, you have your stay, your round trip.
Transportation.
The dinner. I keep on saying dinner.
that's okay. You're doing well.
Okay,
check
sorry.
your
Just
phone.
let me
That's
revert
okay.
back because this has a lot going on here.
And I love that because, you know, often at times we feel like fathers aren't getting the
Yes.
correct,
Oh, that was it.
support. Yeah, that was it. Just like Kristen was saying, right,
I was
girl.
like, she's adding more things.
Like in her
love
mind,
it.
she's like, there's something else we can add to this right now. I'm gonna
because
think about
we keep
it.
making these packages
Yeah.
bigger and bigger. We're like, man,
Yeah, maybe the bottle of tequila next. You know?
that's something to add as a bonus.
But yes,
Exactly.
of course. So all you need to do is when we choose our winner, then you just contact us and we help you to make arrangements
Okay.
and.
So
for
you
your
enter the
stay.
raffle by $25 of purchase,
Correct.
yeah,
Yes.
and you get a ticket.
Yes.
When is the deadline for
The deadline,
the drawing
the
date?
drawing date is gonna be the 19th of June. That's the Friday.
Those days are very festive.
Yes.
Just so you know, it's also my
drawing-
birthday on the 19th, and it's also Sunup on 7's anniversry on the 19th. too. The 21st, but we're celebrating on the 19th.
Okay.
Just letting you know. Everybody's
Love
supposed to
it.
send us something to celebrate too, you know?
And what again we love about this is that we're including all the branches. So
Oh,
don't feel
very well.
excluded. So Madisca has 4 branches. That's the Belize City one, the Belmopan one, the one in San Pedro, and the one in Hopkins. So no matter where you are, you just visit the retail stores and you'll be able to enter once you spend $25 or more.
I love it.
Yes.
Very good.
And if you are not a father, you could write the name of a father.
Oh, that's nice. So, you know, everywhere there's a possibility of you being able to.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, so brides they get their package. Fathers they have their raffle.
Yes.
And I see something they made a pop because on the top of a branch in
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Yes.
Mango Fest to come up.
Yes.
Before we jump into
Okay.
that,
I
sorry.
mean, yeah.
Tell me.
So the staycation was first prize.
Ah.
Second
Wait,
prize.
they have, wait.
It's 2 prizes.
Uh-uh.
That first one was just for one winner.
Uh-huh.
So the second prize is a DeWalt tool carry case filled with drinks, an assortment of drinks. So you're gonna get XXL, El Ultimo tequila, yard cups, and shot glass. So we're not filling it up with tools, but you do get a little partiness.
I love
And I will say, I've seen the toolbox, and it's
so nice.
quite luxurious. It's not the regular, hold the handle one and walk about. No, this one is portable. Like you could trolley it around. It has wheels.
Oh,
It comes
wow.
out. It opens up. It's quite lush.
I'm not a dad, but maybe I could be a papacito. And I could like win.
Kevin's like, I want to get into
Yeah.
this, man.
No,
like,
I mean, even when they displayed it in the office, the girls were like, "Man, maybe we need this, and we don't have tools, but you know, it could fit something."
It's like, you know what? I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna find a way to make it work somewhere.
Correct.
You're getting one. So this is a second place prize.
Yes.
I love it.
So we got 1 and 2.
Correct.
Good. That's really nice.
So you
Okay.
can't say my just gonna make it go on with a lot of love for the fathers this time.
No,
around.
and we love focusing on fathers because, you know, typically mothers get a lot.
Yeah.
But fathers do as well contribute.
100%.
So
That
this
true.
is our
That
giving
true.
back to
Yeah.
them.
You know, I think about like what gift do I get from my dad? It's usually like like something for him to like drink, you know, and it's usually whiskey because he's
Correct.
like it's good for your heart. So like, and it's also you know like they're working hard during the day, and you know like at the end they want to chill for a bit, sip on something cold.
Yeah.
I think it makes a really great gift for a dad. So
Yeah.
congratulations on thinking about that.
So we got the first place
Yeah.
and the second place prize. Oh, there, guys.
I
You see?
love it.
It
Oh,
is
see
a
the trolley?
trolley.
Yeah.
Put it
I
back, guys.
see.
We've been sitting trolley just now. Stop playing these games with
Man.
us. Oh. No.
All right, but let's move to Hopkins. So now let's talk about the Mango Fest that's upcoming, and you're gonna be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll have a booth there. It is we've been there already. It's the same spot as last year, right in front of the church. Whoever is there, who's a Hopkins resident and know where the church is, will be right in front there. We'll have specials on wines. Madisco also does a line of hospitality. So we're kind of like an all-rounder for hotel, resorts, restaurants.
Okay.
So we sell hospitality items. As you know, we sell beverages. We sell a line of morning syrups that you put in coffee, in drinks. Our catalog is quite an intense one.
I know, diversity and all
Yeah.
kind of way, shape, and
Yes.
form.
With this year's Mango Fest, we are collaborating with travelers.
Okay.
So we're gonna be having different drinks such as Panty Ripper and Coco Cran. So it's not gonna be the traditional just mango everything. We're having a little bit of a different
mixture.
taste to it. So you're gonna have like $5 drink specials. So
But we do have
Nice
mango
logo.
themed items like our XXL wine, which has
Yes.
been very popular. That comes in a mango flavor.
Oh.
That will be there. And that comes in a can as well. So it's like on the go. If you need something just to pop open, you could stop by the
It's great
booth.
for a day.
Yeah.
yes, yes. So that's gonna be the 13th and the 14th of this month.
13th and 14th of this month. That's next weekend.
Yes.
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 Wow. Okay.
That's literally next weekend, Kevin.
I feel like the time is just flying. We're already halfway in the air. Man.
Yeah. Right. So let's move on what the goodness that Madisco has to offer. So let's talk about your beverage promos that you have.
Yes. So as I said, we do have a department in Madisco for beverages, so wines and spirits. That's called the Oasis. And we, stepping in there is just temptations all around. We have a wide selection of wines and spirits. We carry our Adobe line that you've seen at some places, Kendall Jackson, Santa Margarita, and then the spirits, we have a bit of everything. I remember having someone come in last week and saying, oh, you know, I was looking for vermouth and I wasn't able to find it anyway. They wanted to make a martini. I said, don't worry, we have it. So we carry the Rosa, the extra dry, like anything you need, we have it there.
Wow.
And then we also have a tasting room. So this tasting room is used for, you know, if you're having a major event. You're having a wedding. I know wedding season is coming up. I see a lot of weddings on my social media.
100%.
People planning their corporate parties, mixers, gala. If you want to pick a selection that you want to offer your staff, the people you're inviting, you could come, set an appointment with us, pick out a selection of what you want. If you're unsure, based on, you know, what your menu is, we could put a selection to you, you taste it, and then you decide what you'll have.
Okay, so we're having a whole tasting room.
Yes.
We have a lot of promotions on the beverages. So they're telling you basically, if you're planning any event, they got you covered completely because there's a wide selection to be able to choose from. And they're gonna be out at a Mango Fest. We're gonna be having the raffles taking place. So they need to be circulating on your Facebook page.
Yes.
On your Instagram page.
Yeah, and then other than that, we always have sales on wine. So like if you're coming just needing a bottle, we could help you pick. You're going to a party, a function, you need to take something nice. You know, maybe the people you're meeting have more of a sweeter palate. We could tell you what wines suit them. If it's a celebration, we have sparkling wines.
So
It's
we
a
have
wide, yes, it's a wide array.
So
of
you
it.
just tell us if you come with some little idea for something, and then Madisco's gonna set you up properly.
Correct.
All right. So we have one question for our viewers asking if you have a catalog online where they can see what.
We do have a catalog online. There is on our social media page. There should be QR code that you could scan to see the catalog.
Very
So
well.
that will show you like the food and beverage item, that will show you the hospitality lines, that will show you the beverage lines. But if not, if you have any questions and you would like further elaboration of something, you could WhatsApp our Oasis line, which is 600-33-89.
600-33-89. Very
Or
good.
they can also go on our Facebook page or Instagram page. We do have ads on there with all the WhatsApp numbers and everything from each branches.
Okay.
So they can reach out to the WhatsApp for either one of the branches to get assistance or even just to access the catalog.
Yeah.
And so the WhatsApp is again
It's 600-33-89.
Yes.
3389.
That's the beverage line, yeah.
This is a beverage line, Kevin.
Yes.
Well,
Tequila don't stop.
that's exactly
That's what
what I
tequila
want.
don't stop.
That's what I want to do.
Tequila don't
That's what I
stop.
wanna-
He don't write that down. I put it in the chat.
I'm like,
Trying to put it in his own pocket. The difference in a horse right now, Kevin said, I did put this down for me. I did put this down for we, guys. So
Correct.
in the chat, 600-3389 is the beverage number.
Yes.
So if you'd want to book your tastings, you could reach out to that number or just ask if you know maybe we have tequila. What tequilas we have, Kevin? I could tell you.
And then for what? Can you give me the WhatsApp number
Yes.
also?
It is 624-1828.
1828. 624-1828 for those of you on television as well as YouTube. I'm putting it in the chat for our Facebook viewers. And that's the normal WhatsApp number.
That's
Normal
it.
WhatsApp,
That's the
yes.
Belize City number. That's the
Very
main
well.
branch.
Very well. Aisha, Christy, we thank you so much for joining us.
you
and
for
so
having us.
To let us know what are some of the upcoming events and promotions you have. Did we miss anything
No.
that you would like to announce?
Good.
Very good. Christy, any message for your customers that are tuned in today?
Step into the Oasis. I'm sure you'll find something that you'll like. And if not, you know, we could help you find something you want.
That was definitely
I
my
like
thing.
that, you
Step
see?
into the Oasis. Step into the Oasis.
I
Kevin,
think
to get
Kevin wants
ready.
to step into the Oasis.
You want to step in the tequila?
I need to click on this Oasis.
Nothing was sweet anymore. Like literally, you said this number. So in my mind, I thought Kevin's gonna put it in the chat, right? Kevin, they had to
Kevin
write
is
it
writing it
down for his own personal thing.
Yes.
And I'm like, no number. I'm gonna try it for the viewers there.
Well, Kevin, for tequila teams, we do have a promotion for the Ultima, which if you buy Ultima Agave, which is blue agave tequila, so it goes down very smoother, you get a free shot glass. So,
Oh,
I mean, as you walk out.
already with the glass.
Correct.
Yes.
I love it. Okay.
Kevin don't know how to act, guys. Kevin don't know how to act.
It's my birthday month, right? So I gotta be in this festive energy, right?
So
Right?
Kevin is preparing himself
Yeah.
one time. Again, we put the numbers in the chat for persons to find out all the great stuff. Guys, enter in the raffles for the dads, for the grad packages and everything too as well. Amazing stuff. Man, this was going above and beyond to make sure people have a beautiful experience and they enjoy what they have to offer. So, and it really not cost anything at all, just to go and message in like your school and where graduating from, or then when you go to my disco anyway, so spend your $25. Question: if you spend more than $25, is there those more entries or just always one entry? For
Just one entry. So you can come to Madisco this morning, spend $25. You come back again tomorrow.
And spend
Okay, so it's not multiple entries, just the amount of different 25s,
Yes,
right? So come in. Kevin.
I'd be like, you again?
And when she wins her prize, Kevin, what will you say then?
And the funny part is, if I win in tequila, I'll be like, so Kevin, I'm gonna drink this in your honor.
At least you thought about me, you know?
I'll think about you with my
All right,
shot
very
glass
well.
and everything. But with that, we thank you so much, ladies, for being here. And to the dynamic team that's making sure everything's running smoothly. I know to have everything together with tasting room and the raffles and all that stuff, it's a lot of work. So kudos to you guys and all the team members that are working so hard to make Madisco be on top and doing their thing. So big up to y'all.
I love it.
See that out in a mango fest, guys. They're going to have the mangoes and so much more. But with that, we've come to the ending of the segment and the show. We want to thank our guests that came in. Of course, we were talking with the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security, and
New Growth Industries.
New Growth Industries. All of that, And so they were talking about how, bees are an issue right now, but please make sure that you check on their website as well as their Facebook page for the listing of bee maintenance persons that are trained to help relocate the bees. Don't try to kill them. They can also assist at times when they're not as busy with their schedules to relocate the bees. And of course, we were talking with the Baseball Federation of Belize about the plights that they're going through right now. And of course, we put the number in the chat for you guys to support, whether it be financially or so forth, or pro bono for lawyers out there to help them with their cause. And of course, Madiscos is in talking about grad party packages, Father's Day raffles, mango fits, goodness, beverage promotions, and the tasting room all in one.
Very good.
I worked hard just now.
It was a well-rounded, well-rounded.
Thank you, babe. But I didn't even have tequila.
Yeah, you do not need.
Kevin's
If you had,
I'd probably be sleeping.
yes.
But with that, we send you guys off on a beautiful Two Tablets Tuesday. Join us back here for tomorrow. Kevin's going to be back again.
I'll be back again. Are you ready to dance?
Are we gonna dance?
Yeah.
Hey.
Are you dancing one drop too? You know what the song?
okay.
But on your couch though, on your couch.
On your couch? Because they're like, we don't want to pull their back too much.
Yeah, because
That's
maybe
good.
they will outdance me, which is highly possible.
It's highly possible.
Yeah.
So, because of the move on out. That's in the music,
Let's play.
guys.
Let's
do the
play
thing.
tomorrow.
But it's going to say they got it a lot.
Yeah.
Place to call their home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes up